Hello everyone. So welcome to another analysis video. So as discussed last week, that is the prop decks, they were long, they were making long positions, and the FIs and the FIs were making buying positions on both sides, and overall conclusion was that will be bullish temporarily. So I made this conclusion. If you go and check the last two videos I made the last week, I clearly mentioned this. Okay, and market went accordingly, but the main thing is that like last Wednesday and Thursday it was too volatile. Okay, but the other positive thing is that for me especially, that is we got our answer. So our question was that will these HFT traders or will these HFT firms will they close their shop? So the answer we got is that no. And one more query was that even on non-expiry days, will we be seeing these spikes or not? So that also we got the answer on Wednesday. If you go and check in Nifty, so we got like a sudden down move came, and then like it went up. So the point being here is that the answer is yes, HFT guys will be present, and it's a good news for me because I especially try to figure them out and take the trades with them. So that's the positive point for me. But again, moves like Thursday, so where 1400 points Nifty is moving intraday up and down. So 10 minutes 300 points up in 10 minutes, and then the next 10 minutes 300 points down. So that move, yes, anyone will fail in that move. So I am not expecting such moves, but yes, HFT's trading is a good news for me. Okay, except that we don't get such moves. Okay, one-sided move is still fine, but yeah. So anyways, now let's discuss with the help of data points what is happening. And also there is a pattern that I am noticing is that since the margin has gone 3x up, so like the retailers who used to come with 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs or maybe 15 lakhs, so what they used to sell with hedging positions, they used to sell, and still they used to sell a fair amount of quantity. Okay, with those 10 lakhs 15 lakhs, but now since the margin has increased, so they won't find any more interest, and you see gradually the volume is decreasing in option, I mean. And if these big guys have to make profit, so then they have to like fight among themselves, like the institutions will be now fighting with other institutions. So because if the retail participation is going down, so the big institutions have to fight among themselves, because if one wins other loses. So now the thing is that like which institution then? So in my opinion, it would be the prop decks like that would be targeted, and they were targeted even this week with the help of the data points. I'll show you clearly. Okay, so let's go and see. So if you come and see, let's look at the UD data on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so second and third. So second and third, if you look at here, so this is second. So you see quite a good amount of put writing has been done by the prop decks. Okay, and then let's go and check third. So third is here. So on third also, like they did a good amount of put writing, and as you can see, they have made like a good amount of put writing positions, and also on call side they were call buyers. So it was a clear cut signal on Tuesday that prop decks have made long positions. Okay, and good amount of long positions. Now the thing is that if you are expecting that then market will be going up, so then let's see what happened on Wednesday. So this is Nifty, considering that most of the positions are built up in Nifty, because even if you see the option chain, so that is also saying the same. So now Wednesday, which is 4th, so let's see what happened. So this is 4th. So in the morning market went up, but and then it was consolidating, and suddenly you see that 100 points green candle, or more than 100 points, like 529 to 370 almost. Okay, so now you see that this is more than 150 points candle just within 5 minutes. So even if you break it, like it's for less than 5 minutes. So Now that was the point where I understood that like the Probdix would be the ones which will be next targeted. And even not only on Wednesday, Thursday also market started and it went down deep into like 24 300 to 100 their stop loss, and then market moved up finally. Okay, so that is what my I mean, that is what I might be wrong, that is what I think. Okay, now let's go and talk about the other analysis as well. So talking about here, that is last Friday. So as you see, like I have posted many trades on last Friday. This one, the last one, like was a like shorted both sides 81 700. I said that their closing would be near to that, and closing is exactly like 81 708. So 8 points I think up. So that could have given you like more than 56 points by writing both the sides. Even buying also positions I my trades gave. And yeah, even on Thursday also I posted. And so those who follow me on Twitter, so like I posted, I did my best. And also for those who are members, so for members, if you look at here, that is on the Friday. So Friday a lot of trades were posted. And again, I am posting my trades. You may follow or follow, may not follow me, so it's up to you. Okay, so I'm not recommending any trades or something. So anyways, now coming down to here, that is, if you see here, morning shorted at 350 and covered at 266, then bought at 226, closed at 280. Okay, so then after that, like again here, that is 81 500 P was bought at 170 and then closed at 197. Again, this went to from 170 to one more than 195. So yes, that was the thing. But then here, that there was the one where some big HFT started like taking some buying position. So look at the time, 10:20. Okay, so the call side can get pumped. Okay, so that I mentioned at 10:20. Now let's go and check the charts of Sensex. So Sensex 10:20, if you look at here, that is this is 10:15 to 10:20. Okay, so right at the end of this candle, we got to know that there will be a pump on the call side. And just the next candle, okay, it started. And though this candle looks small, it's a more than 300 points candle. Okay, so got a pump on the call side as well. And after that, like again, like shorted most of the time. I shorted like either both the sides or puts. This trade was shared on Twitter as well, on X. And so this gave 60 points decay on considering both the sides. And then again, 81 600 shorted at 75, covered at 75, covered at 40. Okay, and then shorted at 72 81 800 and covered at, again I shorted it at 100 and covered it at 75. So that, then after that, like put side was decaying, so that's why I mostly shorted puts. 81 600 puts, 50 shorted, 41 shorted, 500. And then like also bought 81 700, bought at 99 and closed at, the buying one was closed at 115, selling was closed at 38 and 31 respectively. And again, like if you go on, so all these trades were taken and closed, and with 100% accuracy. Okay, so none of them are deleted or something. So all the trades that were posted, so if you pause the video, you can very well see the last trade as well was posted live on X. And yeah, and also like buying positions were also taken. So if you consider only the buying positions, so if I even don't consider the 300 points like the pump, so if I just consider the trades, it's more than 100 points. And if I consider the pump, so then let's leave it. And on the selling side, it's like 337 points. And if I consider the pump, then it's more than 350 points. Anyways, the point is, like, if you want such analysis during the live market hours, you can be a part of the derivatives indicator group, where you get access to the money flow indicators and access to my the Telegram channel, where I mean, it's a complimentary access to the Telegram channel, where I share my trades and analysis during the live market hours. Even on Thursday also, if you see, many trades were posted, only one buying trade went wrong. That too, before it went wrong, it gave 15 points profit. Okay, so uh, yes, it was my fault that I did not close it, but yes, that was also giving profit, and the rest were all closed into profit. So though there was so much volatility in the market, so anyways, coming down here, that is also like on X, also on Thursday I posted many trades. Okay, so anyways, coming down here, that is let's see what are the other analysis. So on the charts as well, like 850 gave resistance, that all the levels shared worked out perfectly, finally consolidated at around our level 24 695. And then if you see here, that is for Sensex also, like this was Friday, but ultimately, if you see, ultimately the levels shared are following. So it gave support here at 80,400. Then consolidation was seen for some days, 81,000, and then 82,000. Again, some resistance, and then it's ending almost here where we predicted 81,700. So, anyways, coming down to the other analysis, Bank Nifty. So for Bank Nifty, if you look at here, that is again support came at here 52,400, and then again it went up, got resistance at 53,234. Again it took support here, went to our 53,700 next level, and got resistance, and was consolidating here. And I think some more consolidation, and after that I think we are going to break all-time high for Bank Nifty, if there is no big bad news except that, because if you look at RBI policy, so last Friday, so CRR rate cut has been reduced by 50 basis points. So what it means is basically like, if the banks were having 100 rupees, so they had to deposit 4.5 rupees with RBI, and that too without any interest. So now it has been reduced by 50 points. So that means now 4 rupees will be with them, and 50 paisa would be coming back to them, which would add liquidity in the capital market, like in the cash market, and also like they would be lending those money. And that is a positive point for the banks, because they had to give it without interest. Now I think it's amount to 1 lakh 1 lakh CR rupees. So that money would be like coming, and they could lend it at some interest, so they could make profits out of it. So that is a good news for the banks, and that's why like expecting some bullishness. And even if you look at some of the major banks, like let's say HDFC Bank, so some big guys knew about this, and like they were buying for the last, if you see the cash volume, say there were some big guys who were buying for the last few days, okay, before this news came. So overall, like that's what I am saying. Even if you go to ICICI Bank and some other banks, so you would notice that in cash they were buying for the last few days. So yes, now let's look at FI is selling. So overall, FI is a bought during this December month, but again let's look forward and see what they do. And talking about here, that is, let's go to the EOD data. So EOD data, what is it suggesting? So this is suggesting that overall, if you look at short FIs are and properties, they are both short in the futures, but in Friday, if properties, they made the future short positions. But this is where something I'm going to show you some more data points regarding this. But let's finish up the option chain analysis. Option chain, if you look at here, that is, if I have done like call writing and put writing, I would consider put buying, you can say, but still I would consider as call writing and put writing, where call writing is more. Propdex, they have done more call writing, and they have also done put writing, but more call writing. So if FIs and Propdex are on the same side on Friday, call writing more majorly. But overall, if you see that call writing and put writing are almost the same quantity for the Propdex, and for the FIIs, call writing is more, but overall they are buyers on both the sides, call buying and put buying overall. Okay, so now that suggests that my analysis is saying that some more further consolidation, and then we can see a little up move. Okay, but that depends on further positions, how they are getting built. But again, yes, there is a question which is lying here, that is, with these future short positions by the prop deck. So if you look at here, that is, let's go and go back and see. So starting from, so this all started from 28th. 28th, if you see, almost the same quantity that has been shorted in the futures, almost the same quantity was also shorted on 28th. But have these positions been closed, though Nifty went up? So 28th, if you go up, Nifty was at around 24,000 to 23,900. Let's take 24,000, okay? So where they have shorted. So futures short. Now let's go to 28, then let's go to 29. Oh, yeah, so 28 and then 29. 29, you see, like almost no change, okay? Then after 29, 2 days holidays, and then second. Second, if you see, again some more addition in the futures short by the prop decks, and second, and then third, going to third. Third also some more addition, fair quantity of addition on the short positions, and then that was the third, and then coming to fourth. So fourth is here. Fourth somewhat closing, okay, so even less than what was built on third. Then fifth and sixth I showed you. Yeah, fifth and sixth. Fifth also some closing, but still not a very good quantity. And then again this sixth, again the same. So they have averaged it out, okay? So if Nifty comes below, so considering again that like most of the positions have been built in Nifty, so their average is coming at around 24,400, okay? So even if I consider that they have shorted this right at the top, let's say at 24,800 or let's say 24,700, so their average is coming at around 24,400, okay? So if Nifty comes at around that, if they closes their position, so they would be getting out at no loss, no profit. And yeah, talking about option chain as well. So if you look at some put writing, and also like majorly as we saw that call, even in the EOD data, call writing has been done. So 24,700 call writers in Nifty, and also going if you look at Bank Nifty, so very OI is very low, so no conclusion, okay, from the option chain if you see. And also the same for Sensex as well. So majorly trading is going in Nifty, and that's why major volatility will be in Nifty. And also going and looking at the monthly option chain, if you see that, then if you see that 24,500, both the sides writers are there, and 25,000 majorly like positions are getting built up, 47 lakhs. So they are expecting that 25,000 won't reach, or like, and also like some have already started even shorting on the put side of 25,000 as well. So yes, so 24,000 to 25,000, sorry, 24,500 to 25,000, or let's say 24,400 to 25,000. This 600 points would be the major zone for Nifty going forward, I think. As per my analysis, for Bank Nifty, I think the major zone would be until unless it's crossing all-time high. So let's say it would be from, let's say 52,800 to 53,700, so almost 1,000 points. And yeah, so that's the overall analysis going forward. And again, if my live analysis are helping you, and again, if you want to be a member, so you can do so going to the website and making the payment, and I'll be adding you right after that. And yes, if my videos and my live analysis are helping you, don't forget to put a like and encourage me. And thanks for watching, and keep watching and keep learning, and trade safely. See you in the next one.